Hello, everybody. So, the last part of the demo for Emio the Smiling Man has dropped. In fact, at the time of this recording, the full game is out. And I will get to that at some point. It's just, long story short, I no longer have a car, no job, and no money. But that might be fixed soon. But yeah, when I get my paycheck, I plan to buy this game and finish the mystery. No thanks, I already remember everything. And this is going to drive me up the wall because Chapter 3, The Language of Flowers. This is going to drive me up the wall for a while because I love a good mystery and I am hooked. I need to know who the weirdo in the paper bag is. Is he a ghost? Is he a killer from the past? What is it? And I've been, according to Mr. Itsugi's directions, the house where the Kuze siblings live should be around here. Maybe I should ask for different directions. Can I call? No one's around. Let me look around. The cabbages actually look delicious. Keep these away from Aang! Actually, hang on. There's a truck parked here. Is someone around? So I've learned something recently about these trucks, which kind of a little sidetrack, but so it turns out these trucks are illegal where I live in America. A good chunk of them are, apparently. I think maybe one or two, but these are mostly illegal. But you want to know what's weird? This is illegal, but you know what isn't illegal to drive in America? A Willys Jeep from World War, what, 1 or 2 that came out that long ago? That thing you can still legally drive today. This, no. Greenhouses. I don't see anyone in the greenhouse. Okay. There's a village in the background here. There's a lazy peaceful. Wait, is this the town where the rumor about Emio first showed up? Dude! We are going to... I'm calling it now. We are going to get captured by Emio at some point in this game, and we could easily use our phone to escape Emio's trap, but this moron won't bother to remember to charge his phone. I know this is a self-insert protagonist and everything, but can we at least give him a real name? Because this can't be me. Because I can't even leave the house without my phone being charged. Among my, granted, among my other problems, at least dead phone is not one of them. Mountains. What the hell? Dude, what were you? Are you freaking Solid Snake or something? You mean all we had to do was follow the path? Yeah, you were totally not me. And why are you telling a random stranger about a place you know that's just had a murder happen? It's at the end of the... Thanks. Although, thank you, kind man. All right, let's get there ASAP. Hell, I wouldn't be surprised if that was the killer. Ooh, okay. This is a Detective Kuze's family home. The house at the end of the road must be this. Oh, wait, this isn't the family where the murder victim was from. I was confusing it. You know, it's a little bit run down, but I like this house. I wish I could get someone like this.
郵便受け人がいる気配。表札の発送。これじゃ久世刑事の文字。草が
Grass is all grown. No one has done any. Yeah, this can't be my house. I have to have at least my yard looks somewhat clean. I say that, but if you look at my backyard. Is anybody home?
やっぱダメか。調べられそうなところ。
Look at the grass again. Oh, grasshopper.
で僕は子供じ
Don't
ゃない
chase
から
after it.
捕まえる
Professional
ことは
detectives
しない
don't do that sort of thing. Is that just a thing in Japan to chase after grasshoppers? I've never heard of anybody chasing after grasshoppers.
またもういない。
Grass.
またもう。
Oh, hang on.
またもういない。
I just like how you can hear a bit of his voice, like he just sounds defeated.
玄関周りに表札。割れてこそいないけど。
Try the doorbell, dude. Doorbell. Window again? No. What am I missing to look at? Let me try the surroundings option.
周囲はひっそりとして家から物音は誰もいないの。調べられそう。玄関よく見ると
Wait, what?
よく見ると
I can see ring.
曇りか。調べられるところ。もしかしてここって本当に誰もいないようだ。そうだと思ったけど充電参ったな。どうしようか。ひとまず戻ってさっき。
あんた
What are you doing?
あ、びっくりし
Oh,
た。
scare me. Sorry, you are?
わしゃ隣に住んどる
Name's
田山
Tayama.
っ
I
ちゅう
live next door.
こんに
Hello.
ちは。
Sorry, I
こちら
didn't
の
see
お家
anyone in the house.
お
Yeah,
隣
no
さ
one
ん
lives
は
here, so
空き
no
家
matter
じ
how
ゃ
much you shut, no one's coming out.
やっぱり空き家だ
Just
ったん
like
だ。
I suspected.
ここ
I see.
久
But
世さんのお宅
this
なんで
was
す
the
よ。
Kuze residence, wasn't it?
おうそ
Sure
の
was,
通
but
り
like I
じゃ
said,
が
no one lives here
もう
anymore.
誰も住んどりゃせん
So where's Detective Kuze living?
ちょっと
Is it
お
okay if I
話
ask
を
you a
聞か
few
せてもらっ
questions?
ていいですか。
いいけん
Sure,
ども
but you are a friend of Junko's or something? No, I'm a private.
待てよ。
Maybe I don't want to get it back to the Detective Kuze I was snooping around here.
怒られる。
She might yell at what should I do? I'm gonna be honest.
でも僕が怒られるくらいで済むなら。
たん
You're a what now?
探
Private
偵
detective. I'm an investigator.
何
警戒されちゃう。
という
So
こ
you
とは
must know Junko.
ま
Oh
あ
yes, I do.
は
Great, great. You must be some kind of great detective duo, huh? I gotcha.
いやコンビでは
I
ない
mean,
けど
we aren't, but
先ほど
you mentioned
空き家
earlier
とおっ
that
し
the
ゃって
house
ま
was
した
vacant. How long has
い
it
つ
been
頃
that
から
way?
空き家に
Let's see. I think it's been about 2 years. Junko went off to be detective and left the village. 2 years in an abandoned house. Making a note of that for later. And Yoshi doesn't live here anymore. Neither does Makoto. So yeah, no one's around. Yep, no one lives here anymore.
よしえさん
Yoshi, could that be Kuze's mother?
まっちゃ
And
んは
Makoto is
久
Detective
世刑事
Kuze's
の
brother,
お父さ
of
ん
course.
田山さんに
I've got all kinds of burning questions about the Kuze family. About Yoshi.
よしえさ
Sorry,
んという
who's
のは
Yoshi?
まこっちゃんと
She's
純子
Makoto
ちゃんの
and
祖母にあたる
Junko's,
人
Junko's grandma.
久世刑事
Detective
のおばあちゃん
Kuze's grandmother. I see. She was lovely, just the kind person who took very good care of her grandkids. Kuze siblings.
純子さん
What
と
were
誠
Junko
さん
and
は
Makoto as like as
どんな
kids,
ご
you
兄
know,
弟だった
brother
んで
and
すか
sister wise?
そうじゃ
Let
の
me think.
どっちか言うた
Junko,
ら
she always acted more like the big sister than the little one. I can imagine. You know what I mean. They got along very well as siblings. I thought I heard yelling, so I came over to check it out. Imagine my surprise to find a youngster like you.
こ
Youngster? I mean, I'm 19. Compared to what this dude's probably is, we are a kid. And yes, you are a kid. Seriously. Try being me. I'm at 28 and I've got little kids not even recognizing what my Game Boy is. I feel old. Those two kids, Makoto and Junko, lost their parents in an accident when they were young. So their grandparents, Mr. and Mrs. Kuze, took them. They all live right here in the village. Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, Mr. and Mrs. Kuze were real generous to take care of the kids like that. So Detective Kuze doesn't have any family left. I wonder if Emio was just following her. Thanks to them, Makoto and Junko had a pretty normal childhood and they grew up healthy and strong. They were good kids. Wait. He keeps They were good brother and sister team, those two. Anyway, after Junko left home, it was Yoshi and her husband living here. And he passed away, about 2 years ago? So she left soon after.
そうでしたか
Is that so? Yoshi really raised those kids right, specifically considering how they lost their parents.
今
Where's
吉江さん
Yoshi
は
now? She lives in a retirement home in the village. Kyoko didn't want her living alone, so it was her idea.
なるほど
So that explains why the
それで
family
今
home
は
is
空
empty.
き家なんです
That's right, they're actually tearing this house down pretty soon. Oh, I see. Healthy kids are happy kids, aren't they? Not always. Do they not know what happened to Makoto? This house is being torn down.
誰も住まなくなったクゼタ君
That Kuze home seems to be empty, but I'm sure it's filled with memories. I wonder if Detective Kuze would be sad if she saw it like this. Hmm? What are you doing anyway? Interested in the Kuze family home? Yes, in a sense. I hear you. Every so often I come check out the place myself. Just curiosity, you know. Vacant houses have a way of falling to pieces pretty quick if you don't tend to them. But you know that.
いえそうじゃ
I
ない
did.
です
I did. Oh, by the by. Wait. Hmm? I think it was 3 days ago. Yeah, I was on my way home from a meeting and I saw a light on the house here. On in the house here. No one's supposed to be in there. I was curious what was going on, so I went to check it out. That's when Junko walked out the door. So Detective Kuze was here 3 days ago. Junko says she just came by to see if she had left anything behind that she might need. See, because the house is getting torn down, so she felt bad that it would be a disturbance. Poor girl, she just kept apologizing. Of course, I invited her to tea. I hadn't seen her in ages. But she said she couldn't. She had to work extra early the next day and all that, you know. I can't believe she's a detective now. She's all grown up. So Kuze was here. I've got like 17 questions every time someone tells me a new piece of information. She looked like just like the detectives you see on TV. I guess, okay, think again, because that seems to me. I don't think I have any more questions. Maybe it's time if I go see if I can talk to Detective Kuze's grandmother. Teriyama might know which retirement home Yoshi went to. Let's find out. When did he introduce himself? Which retirement home is Yoshi living in? Let's see, I'm pretty sure it's called Yukiarito Relax. Got it, thanks. Yukiarito. I'm going to so butcher that. It's a nice name, and I hear the place lives up to it. It's just a little ways up the mountain if you're looking for it. Thank you. Thanks for all the information. I'm going to see if I can talk to Yoshi. Okay. Tell Yoshi I said hello. Oh, before you go. Sir? I've got something for you. Bag of eggplants? Oh, that's a lot of eggplants. Yep, grew these babies myself. They're delicious. It ain't much, but I want you to have them. So many eggplants. See, Makoto was a big fan of eggplant. Oh, I didn't know that. Thank you very much. I'll gladly take these. Yo, dude, don't complain when someone gives you free homegrown crops. That's better than anything I can ever buy at Walmart. Three days ago, 18:19 p.m., the Kuze house. Aww. I know how she feels. My grandparents both passed away recently, and feels weird being in their house now. Uh-oh. What's behind that door? Turn your butt around right now, break into that house, and find out what's in that door. Funny how our time is idea of a little weight turn out that way. Turn around now. Meanwhile, I'm looking out for the eggplants to feed an army and hiking up a mountain. Wait, this says relax relax Yukiarita. Relax Yuki Village. That's exactly what Tommy said, but I must be in the right place. So, Yoshi Kuze, I wonder what Detective Kuze's grandmother will be like. Hello. Hello, excuse me, are you here to visit a family member? Not exactly. So you're not a family member? I'd like to have a word with one of the residents here. Do you have an appointment? I'm afraid I don't see anything in the records. No, sorry, I don't have an appointment. No, oh.
変
Well,
申し
I'm
訳あ
very
りません
sorry.
当施設で
But
は
the
ご面会
the
のご予約のない
facility has
方
a
のお
policy
取り
against
次ぎは
allowing
で
visitors
きな
without
い
a prior
大変
appointment,
申し
so I'm
訳あ
afraid
り
I'm
ま
gonna
せ
have
ん
to
が
ask you to leave. What?
申し訳ありませんはい
受付カウンター
I'll say it's a retirement home, and that looks pretty nice.
受付カウンターだ
Oh.
入居者の方
They seem happy.
機嫌そうに
She
僕を
looks
見ている
suspicious of me. I honestly don't blame her.
申し訳ありません
What am I missing?
おじいさんやおばあさんたちが確かに家族でもないもの突然押しかけ
I
てす
didn't
み
make a
ません
point.
でし
I'll
た
come back another time.
申し訳ありま
Thank
せ
you
ん
for
ね
understanding.
今度いらっしゃる
Just
と
be
き
sure
は
to let
入
the
居者の
resident know
方
next
にお
time
知
you'd
ら
like
せ
to
くだ
visit,
さい
and I'll make an appointment.
はい
Will do, ma'am. I'll be on my way. Now, good. Now, walk your butt back to the abandoned house and figure out what's in that room.
吉江さんに連絡をして面
Maybe I
会の
should
予
make
約をしてか
contact
ら出
Yoshi
直
and
す
make
か
an actual
けど
appointment.
どう
Wait,
やって
how do I even do that?
そばには
Nope.
予約を取り付ける方法がない
There's no way for me to set up an appointment.
予約を取り久世刑事に無理無理無理絶対に無理
Yeah, that's gonna be fun.
のどかな場所携帯で結局予約を
If
取
I
り付け
can't
る
come
方
up
法
with a
が
way to
思い当
make
た
an
る吉江
appointment,
さん
I
に
may
話
not
を
be able
聞
to
くこ
talk
と
to
は
Mrs.
こ
Kuze
れからもできな
without
いか
at
もしれ
all.
ない
Speak, Dusk. I may not be able to talk to Mrs. Kuze at all. With that in mind,
Shh.
I'll need to try talking to the
Moisto-
receptionist again. Oh, I thought you left.
申し訳ありません
規則だ
I
とい
know
う
it's a
の
rule,
は
but
実は僕
I'm actually from a
Utsugi
Detective
Tantei
Agency, and I have a
事務所の者です。
question from Yoshi Kuze.
探偵
You're a detective?
予約を
Yes,
お願
and
い
I
し
would
たい
like
と
to
ころ
make
な
an
のですが
appointment, but I'm not
僕吉江
acquainted
さん
with
とは
Miss
面識
Kuze.
がなんとか
Is there anything we
なら
can
ない
do
の
here?
や
I'm
は
sorry,
り
but rules are rules. We
規則は
cannot
規則です
accommodate
ので
anyone without an appointment.
それはでき
And
な
I
いけど
can't make an appointment.
久
Could you
世吉江さん
call
を
Yoshi
ここに
Kuze?
呼んで
はあ
Excuse me.
でご挨
You know,
拶し
I
て
just
事情
want
を
to
お
say hello
話し
like
して
the
面
real
会
quick
を
and
予
make an
約して
appointment.
あわよくばそのま
I
まお
think
話
she'd be
を
happy to see me. I'm afraid it's not possible.
そ
Like I
れは
already
できない
said,
とにかく
I'm
お
gonna
引
have
き
to
取り
ask
く
you
だ
to
さい
leave. I knew this wouldn't work. And they're looking at me.
あ
I feel like I'm starting to make a scene. Oh,
Let me go,
oops,
Chota.
I made eye contact.
どちら様
Can I help you?
あいえ
Oh
その
no, it's
ちょ
Hey,
吉
Miss
江さん
Yoshi. Remember, we
ど
mustn't
ちらかわ
interact
から
with
ない
strangers. Huh? Is this Miss Kuze?
失礼ですが
Are you Yoshi
久
Kuze?
世よ
ええ
Why,
そう
yes,
よ
I am.
吉江さんって
ほら
Oh,
ご覧
don't
な
you
さい
worry. This young man
こ
is
の子が
harmless.
悪い人に見えるかしら
I would say something about strangers, but having played these other two games, he's really kind of terrible in a fight, apparently.
この人
Oh,
が
she
久世
seems
吉江さ
kind.
ん
それ
So
で
you are?
僕
I'm from the
宇津
Tsugi
木探
Detective
偵事務所の
Agency.
者です
And I came here
お
to
話
speak
を
with you.
聞かせていただきたいのですが
まあ
Oh, my, a
姉
detective.
さんわかり
Well,
ま
how
し
can I
た
help you?
よ
Miss
吉江
Yoshi,
さ
困らせ
is this
てご
against
め
the
んな
rule?
さ
The
い
young
ね
man seems like he's in some sort
で
of
も
trouble.
この
ご迷惑をおか
I'm
けして
sorry for the
Well, it's okay.
inconvenience. Alright, since Miss
Yoshi-san
Yoshi is okay with it, I'll allow the
もこうおっしゃってるし。
visit, but don't make a
Yeah.
habit of this, okay?
ん特別に
Yes,
ありがとうございます
thank you.
では
Feel
奥へ
free
どう
to
ぞ
enter the facility. I mean, worst case scenario, the old lady just follows me outside to talk.
あ
Well, actually, I don't know how we retirement home.
村からここまで歩いて
Did
き
you
たの
walk all the way here from the village? You must be
大変だっ
exhausted.
たでしょう。それで
So what can I do for
探
you,
偵
detective?
さんはどう？
ぶしつけ
I
なが
hope
ら
this doesn't offend you, but I
関
have to
東
ask
直入
some
にな
tough
り
questions.
18
Can
年
we
前
talk
にい
about
な
your
くなって
grandson
しまった
Makoto's disappearance 18
久世
years ago?
誠さんについてお聞きしたいの。
Why are you
どうし
asking?
てお知りになりたい？
今は
I'm
僕が
investigating
調
a
調査
case
している
that
事件
may
に
have some
久
connection.
世誠
Oh.
誠の失踪がそう
話せる範囲で構いま
Let's
せん。
just start with anything you
聞
remember
かせてい
about
た
it.
だけない。
一つ
Let me ask you
聞かせて
one
ほし
thing.
い。
Of course.
「あなたが
Does Junko know
私
you're
を
here?
訪ね
No, I haven't told her.
いえ、
No, I haven't told her.
そ
I
う
suspect it not.
言ったら
She
純子
wouldn't
が
have
訪
wanted you to
問
speak with me.
さすが
She
に
knows her granddaughter well.
わかりまし
I
た。
understand well. I'm not sure if I can
お
help, but I'll
役
tell
に
you
立て
what
るか
I
はわ
can.
かり。その日
It
は
was July 1st, 18 years ago, Junko's ninth
大
birthday.
したことは
We
し
wanted
て
to
や
make
れ
it as
ませ
special as
ん
we
が、
could, so my
主
husband and I
人
were
と
out shopping for a gift.
私たちついつい張り切りすぎちゃって買い
We
物
must
の
have
時
gotten
間
carried
が
away. We were.
長くなってしま
Wait,
っ
I didn't do anything. Oh, they did a time skip.
家に着
We
い
didn't
た
get home till
頃に
after
は
7 p.m. and when we did return,
家の明か
there
りが
weren't
つ
any
い
lights
てい
on in
な
the
かっ
house.
た。純子
Junko, Makoto, where are you two?
どうしたの？
What is it? What's wrong? Oh,
茶の間では
we found Makoto
うつろ
sitting in
な
the
目
darkened
を
tea
した
room,
誠
staring
が座り
vacantly,
込んで
and
いま
all
した。
around
紫
there
色
were
の
purple flower petals
花が
scattered all
散
over
ら
the
ばって
place. Purple, purple.
紫色の
Speak English, Dusk. Purple flower petals. Thank you.
何事
I
か
tried
と
to
語り
find out
か
what
け
was
ても
going on, but Makoto wouldn't say a word. Then my husband said,
おい
"Hey, where's
Junko
Junko? I can't find Junko anywhere. Makoto, where's
誠
Junko?
純子はどこじゃおい
Hey,
Makoto!
Makoto."
その言
When
葉を
Makoto
聞い
heard
た
Junko's
誠は
name, he rushed
す
out of
ごい
the house.
勢いでわけ
We
が
were
わ
in
から
shock,
ない
but we
まま
waited patiently for the two of them to come back.
けれど
They didn't return.
9時を
At around 9
過ぎ
p.m., we called the police, and shortly after that,
玄関の引き
I
戸
heard the
が
front door slide open.
よかっ
I
た
thought, thank
二
goodness,
人が
they're
帰って
back.
ほっとした
So we
私
rushed
た
back
ちは
to the front door
慌
to
てて
see
玄
them,
関まで
to
二
greet
人を
them.
出向でも
But instead,
そこにいた
Junko was the
の
only
は
one there.
純泣きなが
She
ら
had returned without
純子
Makoto
が
in
一人で
tears.
帰って誠
When
と
I
一
asked
緒じゃ
Makoto,
な
she
い
just
の
cried
と聞
harder
いて
and
も
wouldn't speak.
しばらく
The
して
police
到
eventually
着
showed
し
up
た
and
警
tried to
察
speak
の
to
方々
Junko,
が問いやはり
but
純
she
子は
wouldn't say
何
anything.
もその夜
Later that night, we
私た
searched
ちは
far
懸
and
命
wide
に
for
誠を
Makoto.
探しご近所の皆
Neighbors
さ
and
ん
police
も
helped us comb the
警
entire
察に
village,
協
but
力結局
we couldn't find him anywhere.
誠は見つかあの日以
And
来
we've never seen him since.
誠は
Oh.
誠さ
A
んと
neighbor
純
I
子さ
spoke
んは
with said that Makoto and Junko
と
were
ても
very
仲
close
が
as
良い
brother
兄
and
弟だ
sister.
ったと。そんなご兄弟
So
に
what could have happened that day
その日
to separate such tight-knit
一体
siblings? Uh,
話したくないこと
maybe it's just a
なのか
painful memory she doesn't want to relive.
Yoshi-san
She
は
stopped
黙ってし
talking
まう
for now.
誠
She is looking at my plastic bag. A number of older folks are chatting amicably. I'm not sure what she's seeing about the bag. What's that you brought with you? Oh, this one of the villagers gave it to me. I see. My grandkids loved eggplant, especially Makoto. That's what I heard. Will you listen to another little story? I'd love to, please. About Makoto. Makoto was just a quiet, honest, and kind-hearted boy. He smiled all the time, even if a friend was teasing him. And he never got angry. He was a sweet brother to Junko. About Junko? Junko used to be annoyed that Makoto never seemed to get angry. She'd get angry on his behalf sometimes. She'd say, "Who's going to protect you, big brother? It's me. I've got to do it since you won't do it yourself." I can almost hear it. You got those eggplants from Tayama, didn't you? She always said she would protect her big brother. He was one of those big brothers who sort of let his younger sister call the shots, but deep down he knew she was his little sister, so she was so adorable. Even as feisty as Junko was, I'm sure she looked up to him as a big brother. Even when he seemed to be a bit soft, he was always protecting her. When it came to Junko, it's almost like Makoto was a different person. He was usually so timid. He was scared of the dark country roads at night. In fact, he didn't want to leave the house after dark, at least until the day he disappeared. But one night when Junko suddenly came down with a high fever, Makoto ran to the hospital by himself in the middle of the night to alert a doctor. Can you imagine how the doctor reacted? He couldn't believe Makoto had done that. And Makoto actually stayed up that whole night watching over Junko. Junko was so sweet to Makoto, and he was a protective big brother. Junko and Makoto's parents died in a terrible accident. Yeah, there seems to be a lot of death with this family. Oh, but Junko still was just a baby. She cried all the time, even after coming to the village. It must have been so hard. She couldn't have the love she needed from her parents. You know, I think we need to look at the victims of Emio's, the first 3 victims of Emio. Junko did cry a lot, poor thing. Makoto would watch over his sister with a smile on his face, not saying a word. Sometimes Junko would tease him and ask if he was sad, but Makoto would just say, "I can never be sad with you as a little sister." That's what he always said. Some nights after Junko went to sleep, I noticed that the Makoto would cry alone. He never showed that sort of emotion in front of us. He usually was all smiles. The poor boy had helped heal and nurture Junko. Those precious kids, they're both irreplaceable. So young Detective Kuze and her brother Makoto had a strong bond as children. It sounds like they were happy as a brother and sister can be. So what could have happened between them on that day 18 years ago? That piece of the puzzle is still missing. There must have been something that triggered their actions that day. Purple flowers. Say. Yes? Have you ever seen an eggplant flower?
いえ
I don't know. No, I didn't even know eggplants had flowers. I wonder if the scattered flower petals she mentioned could have been...
ナスは
Well,
ね
they have very pretty purple flowers.
純
A
子が
shade of
一
purple
番
just
好
like
き
Junko's
な
favorite. Eggplant flowers?
実
On the
は
night that Makoto disappeared,
誠がいなくなった
Junko had finally calmed down and spoke with me.
私た
She
ちがい
explained
な
what
い
happened
時
and why
に
they were
何
eggplant
が
flowers everywhere.
当時
Back then, my
私たち
husband were
夫
avid
婦は
gardeners. We made
家庭
wonderful
菜園を
meals
趣
for
味にして
from
い
our
て
vegetable
ね
garden.
よくそうしたら
Naturally, the
美
kids
味
took
し
an
い美
interest,
味しい
especially when
っ
they
て食べ
tasted
て
how
いるうち
delicious
に
everything was.
興味を持ったの
Yeah,
か
fresh food is always better than processed food.
純子が私もお野菜育て
Junko
たい
started
っ
saying, I want
て
to
言
grow
い始
vegetables
めた
too.
のいろんな
I
お
asked her
野
what
菜
kind
や
of
果
vegetables
物
she was
があ
most
るけど
interested in growing, and she said,
お兄ちゃん
eggplant
が
because my
大好
brother
き
loves
な
them
ナ
so
ス
much.
って言ってねお兄ちゃんのお
Let's grow
誕
some for his
生日
birthday
は
as a
そ
surprise.
れでおいそ
She
れ
was
は
just so
もう可
adorable.
愛らしいナスなら
Anyway, we thought she
小さ
could
な
manage
純
some
子でも
eggplants,
で
so
き
we
ると
staked
考
out a
え
small
た
plot in the
私たちは
backyard.
こっそ
We
り
figured
育て
Makoto
るこ
wouldn't
と
find
に
it
し
because
ま
he
した
hated the bugs back there. It was going to be a secret.
純子
The
と
plan
誠
was to
の
harvest
誕
in
生
July,
月
which
の
was when both
7
kids
月
had their
に収
birthdays.
穫種を
And
まい
Junko
た後純子は
Looked
熱
after them
心
every day.
に
She was
お世
almost
話をしてね
egging. She was almost egging on the
大きく
eggplants to
大
grow.
きく
It's
純
funny.
子が
Well,
愛情
Junko
を
was a
注いだ
terrific
こと
gardener,
もあ
and
って
eggplants
か
grew nicely with a lot of blooming flowers.
純子は
She was
大喜
overjoyed.
びで
She asked me every day when we could finally harvest them.
これなら
When I told her that it would be around the
誠
time
のお
of
誕
Makoto's
生日あた
birthday,
り
she
にな
was
りそう
overjoyed.
花が咲いた
She
そ
was so
の日
excited
が
she didn't realize that
自
the
分の
flowers were
誕生日だ
going
っ
to
て
bloom
こと
on
も
her
忘れ
birthday.
てそんな
So she
純
came
子
home
が
from school that day. I'm home.
純子、おか
Hey,
えり。
Junko, guess what? I have a present
今
for
日は
you.
プレゼント
A present? What for?
じゃーん。
It's your birthday, and I got some
Junko の
flowers
好きな
in your favorite
紫
shade
色
of
の
purple.
花だ。
Happy birthday. What those are those? I know it's not
大
much,
した
but
もの
I
はあ
thought
げ
you
る。
really liked
裏
them.
庭で見つけたん
And they were
だ。
just in our backyard. Can you believe it? So
Bye,
beautiful in
Saito-san.
full bloom. I know his heart was in the right place.
純子を喜ばせたい一心だったんでしょうね。
I know that feeling all too well. That
Sono
reminded me
hana.
of something I did to my grandfather. Ooh, I feel sorry for the brother already.
その花
Those
は
are eggplant flowers.
お兄ちゃん
You
の
mean
バカ
I was growing those?
お
I
兄ちゃんの
planted them
誕
for
生日
you
プレ
and
ゼ
I've
ント
been
に
tending them for months and... What?
お
I
兄ちゃん
hate
の
you. I hate you. I wish you just go away. So that's why the purple flowers are... Junko.
これが
That's how Junko remembers it.
18
So that's what
年
happened 18 years ago.
自分にとって
That must have been
いつも当た
traumatizing
り
for
前の
Junko
よ
to
うに
lost her
見てくれ
brother
た
like
存在
that after such an intense fight.
幼い日の久
I'm
世
sure she took it hard. She
さ
probably
ぞ
blamed
自分
herself.
そして誠さん自身
And
も
poor
何よりも
Wait a minute.
大切にしていた妹からのその言葉に
and poor Makoto to have upset his sister so much when he only ever to make her.
相当なショックを受けたこ
The
とだ
whole incident sounds like a shock. Emio only shows up to crying girls, at least allegedly. Oh no!
お互いを強
What
く
an
思い
irony
合う行
that
動
their
が
love for each other is what ultimately tore them apart. It's so sad.
その後純子
Junko
は
was so depressed after the incident. She
自分の
cried
せい
and cried,
自
feeling like it
分
was
の
all
せ
her
い
fault.
なんとか
I tried to think of
元
ways
気
to
づ
cheer her up.
何の
I don't know
慰
if it
め
made a
にもな
difference,
ら
but
な
at
い
one
か
point
も
I
し
helped
れ
her
ない
press some
けど
flowers into bookmarks.
純
I
子
told her that we keep them as good luck charms. Maybe they could bring Makoto back
こ
one
れを
day.
言い聞かせてね
I repeated that again and again, almost like a mantra.
それから
Since
私
then, we
た
both
ち
carried ours everywhere. Junko especially
Tokyo.
treasures hers.
よしえさんもう
Yoshi,
すぐ
dinner
夕
will be
食の
ready
時
soon.
間です
ほら
Oh, already?
Well,
Well, time flies when
somebody
you get chatting, doesn't it?
いろいろ話
I've
も
heard a
聞
lot
け
of
たし
stories. It'll probably be time for me to head out.
私か
I
ら
think I
話
told
せ
you
る
just
のは
about
これ
everything.
く
I
らい
hope it
ね
helps at least a little bit. It gave me something to think about.
はい
Yes, I mean...
うん
Hmm?
ここまで話しても
Really?
らえるとは
You shared much more than
思
I
っていな
expected.
かった
あらそう
Hang on, I missed something.
純子に怒ら
I
れちゃ
wonder
う
if
かし
Junko
ら
will be
ね
upset. Uh-oh. Oh, don't be nervous. I won't tell her.
やっぱり分かっ
She gets it. Well, thank you, ma'am.
今日は
Thank you so much for
本当にあ
taking
り
the
がとう
time
ご
to
ざいま
speak
した。
to me. I hope I haven't
遅くまで
overstayed.
久し
Don't
ぶ
be
り
silly.
に
I haven't
純
spoken
子
to
や
anyone about
誠の
Junko or
話
Makoto
が
in
で
a
き
long
て
time.
楽
It
し
was
か
a
った
pleasure.
わ。探偵
Just
さ
one
ん
more thing, Mr. Detective.
ナスの
You
花
know
言葉
what
って
eggplant
知ってる
flowers
かし
represent?
ら。
花言
No,
葉
I'm
ですか？
afraid I don't.
つつましい
Well, they
幸
represent
福。
happiness, truth, and hope.
つつましい
Happiness, truth, and hope.
素敵な花言葉で
That's
すね。
lovely. Thank you for sharing.
純子が教
Junko
え
taught me
てく
about
れ
that,
たの
believe it
よ
or not.
この押し花
She
の
clings
し
to the
おり
hope
を
if
持
we
って
held
い
on to
れ
the
ば
pressed flower
い
bookmarks,
つか
one day
きっと
Makoto will come
ま
back.
純子も
I guess
私
we
も
both cling to that hope,
そう
actually.
信ナスを持
Now,
った
today, a
探
detective
偵
with
さ
a
ん
bag
が
of eggplants came to talk to
誠
me
の
about
話
Makoto.
を聞
It
き
feels like fate.
そう
Anyway, I guess that's why I felt like I have to tell you the whole story.
なぜかし
I
ら
can't explain it,
あな
but
たな
I
ら
have a gut feeling that you'll be the one to finally reunite Junko
引
and
き合わ
Makoto.
せてくれるような気また
Well,
何
if
か
you
あ
need
れ
any
ば
more information, please
いつでも
feel
い
free
らして
to
ち
come
ょ
back anytime.
はい。
Thank you. I will.
そ
I'll
れで
get
は
go now.
ただいま戻りました。
Hello, I'm back.
あってあれ？
Wait, what? Thanks for all your hard work today. Let's get after it again tomorrow, Ayumi. Has Ayumi gone home already? Hmm?
夜も遅いけ
Wait,
ど、
it's late, but I should probably
今日
wrap
の
up
調査の
today's
まとめをしなきゃ。
investigation.
久世刑事こと
Detective Kuze and her brother lost their parents at a young age and were raised by grandparents.
吉江さん夫婦
Their
や
grandmother
村の
Yoshi
人から
helped
愛
make
され
sure that they were
見
raised
守
in
ら
a
れて
loving
過ごした兄
environment
弟
in the
は
village.
とても仲が良
Sounds
く、
like they formed a
お
close
互いを
and
支え合って
supportive
いたようだ。
family.
ところが、
But something terrible
純子
happened
の
on
9
Junko's
つ
ninth
の誕
birthday.
生日の夜に、純子が泣き
Junko
なが
ran
ら
out of
家
the
を
house
飛び
in
出したし、
tears because Makoto picked the eggplant flowers.
誠が、
Yes, she was upset because she had been carefully growing the eggplants for him.
純子が
When he realized that he had
自
ruined the
分の
surprise
ため
gift
に
of
育
the
ててくれて
eggplants
いた
that
ナ
Junko
ス
had
を
been growing,
放心してしまっ
Makoto
てい
was
たた
stunned
め、
and didn't notice that
純
Junko
子
had
が
run
外
off.
に夜も更けた。
Eventually, he realized that she was gone, so he
純子
left
が
home in
家に
search
い
of
な
his
いことを
sister,
知った。戻ってこ
and
な
he
かっ
never
た。泣
returned.
きながら一
When
人で
Junko
家に
returned,
帰
still
って
in
きた
tears,
純
she
子
said she thought it was her
誠
fault
が
Makoto was
しか
gone.
し、
But I'm still missing details about what had happened while they were away and why she returned alone.
もしかすると、
I've got to reveal a bit more of the puzzle. I think
久世刑事
I'll
本
think
人
I'll
か
have
ら
to
聞
suck
く
it up
他
and
に
speak
は
with Detective Kuze herself. Of course, even if I
僕に
have the courage,
そんなこ
I
と
doubt she'd be willing to
僕
give
に
me the
答
whole
えてくれる
story.
わけないよ。
Right after that
そういえ
fact,
ば、
right
当時
after the fact, Junko
ひ
was
どく
obviously
落ち込む
upset
純子
and
を
Yoshi
元気
tried
づ
to
け
cheer her up.
吉江さんはあるものを
Yoshi said
作
they
ったと
crafted
言っ
something
ていた
together, right? What was it they made? Select the keyword from your notebook that you believe to be the correct answer. Yes, bookmark with pressed eggplant flowers.
久世刑事と
It
吉江
sounds
さん
like
は
both Detective Kuze and
今も
Yoshi each
その
still
詩
carry
を
one of those bookmarks
肌身
around with them.
ナスの花言
And
葉
Yoshi
は
told me that eggplant
つ
flowers
つましい
represent
幸
happiness,
福
truth, and
信
hope.
じその気持ちと
Keeping
符
that
合する
symbolism in mind,
彼女
I
は
wonder if Junko was inspired to become
お
a
兄さん
detective
は
because
今
she
も
believed
ど
her
こかで
brother
生
was
きている
still
と
out
信じ
there.
そして
Eventually, Junko grew up and moved away a
久世刑事は
few
村を
years
出た。
later after Yoshi's
その
husband passed.
リラックスゆか
Yoshi
りこ
moved
村
into
と
a
いう
retirement home
老
called
人ホー
Relax
ムへと移った。
Relax Yuka Village.
住む人がいな
So
くな
for
った
now, the Kuze family
Kuze-san
finally home is
たちの家は
vacant, but the house will be demolished soon.
もうすぐ取り壊されることになっている。その家に
Yes, that's right. And Detective Kuze stopped by
最終
recently
チェッ
for
ク
a
のた
final
めに来
check
た。
of
3
sorts.
日前という
It
ことは
must have been 3 days ago,
佐々木
or
君
one
の
day
遺体が
before
発見され
Sasaki's
る
body
時
was found.
待てよ。
Wait, didn't Detective
隣
Kuze
に
tell the
明
neighbor
日も早
that
く
she
から
had
仕
to
事だ
get
からと
going
断
because she
っ
had
た
to be working early the next morning? But
佐々木君の事件を予想したまさに刑事の勘。
you know, that is a good point. How did she know she was going to be there up in the morning unless either A, she's an overachiever, which I could buy, or B, she knew that kid was going to get murdered?
なわけ
No, that'd be crazy.
うん
I think I did pretty well today if I say so
自
myself.
分で自
I
分
feel
を
like
褒
patting
めてあ
myself
げ
on the
たい
back.
さて
Now I need to decide on a
明日の
plan for tomorrow. Yawn.
さすが
I'm
に
too
今日
tired
は
right now.
疲
Let's
れた
talk
な
about Naomi first thing in the morning in the side.
アップだ
Oh shoot. Yeah, charge the damn
Hey,
phone.
Costa,
We got to be
so-
sure to do it now. Charge the damn phone, moron. You've reached the end of the demo version. Thank you for playing. To continue playing, you need to purchase the full retail. I'm aware. Yes, go ahead and save this. And now here comes the hard part for me. trying not to look up spoilers on the internet because I really want to know where this is going. But I will see you guys later.